行きまっか、ちゃっちゃっと終わらせて飲みまっか。ある時ない時違いわかるラッパー、猿のお尻なぜ赤いか知りまっか。左利き右利きなレシピ、大阪見せたるてっぺんの景色。笑う角には服着たる、ならやるかやられるかほぼ二択。まあ知らんけど
って知らんのかい。おっちょこちょいちょっとこっち来い。ミッションはポッシブルな事象、上がりっしょ。レボリューション起こす時は一生で、バカバカ集まってアホやって、蹴られ殴られてもまた集まって、やることやってあかんでもかまへん、泣いても最後は笑う。
よう見とけやわてらどアホが天下を取りまね。まあ見といてわてらどアホが度肝を抜きまね。次誰や。
ああでもないこうでもないとかいう外野は気にすな。へえでもない金もないこうねもない何にもないから始めて苦労はどてことない。他にはないほっとかない傷が固い、これくらいできなきゃ男じゃない。傷と真実の闇は深いけどやるしかない、志高い。
夢がある
上がある
兄貴ある
成り上がる、
やる気ある
ほなやってみよう。
まず立ってみよう、
今の場所から這い上がってみよう。
義理人情
日々成長。
ノーイミテーションもう一丁よ。チェケラッチョ大阪王様ここから行こうかな。めっちゃ応援したってや、ごっつ可愛いがってや、安城陽気にやってや、それさえあったら100人力や、ぶっちゃ楽しんだってや、あとはぼちぼちやってや、最後は絶対笑ってや、それがなかったらさっぱりはや。もう敵も味方も関係あらへん。
かまへんかまへん、クラップ your hands。
わら大阪わら大阪わら大阪わら大阪わら大阪わら大阪わら大阪わら大阪
手叩け
わら大阪わら大阪みんな叫べわら大阪わら大阪
かまへんかまへん、
わら大阪わら大阪
その調子
わら大阪わら大阪よう見ときやよう見とくで。わてらどアホが天下を取りまね取りまね。まあ見といてほな見とくで。わてらどアホが度肝を抜きまね。
クラップヘン
よう見ときやよう見とくで。わてらどアホが天下を取りまね取りまね。まあ見といてほら見とくで。わてらどアホが度肝を抜きまね。
2、3、4
わら大阪わら大阪叫べ。わら大阪わら大阪まだいける。わら大阪わら大阪もっともっと。わら大阪わら大阪歌え。わら大阪何かの縁それとも誰かの件。
どこかの街角で会うは別れの始め。
通用しない香水まで心に持つ火種 Let me hear the voice sing again その声でDotsuitare
駆け抜ける縦横無尽つながる上西日本真沖に地球の住人それぞれのユニティ叫ぶ義理と人情を武器に Rock it again Rock it again 乗り越えるだけこのごつい壁ほら耳の鼓膜をどついたれどついたれどついたれ。
そこに理屈や理論は一切関係ないあちこちにばらまく言葉のまきびし希望も絶望も引き寄せた絵にして宿命ならば受け入れて楽しめ。
自分の人生どうあるべきかどう楽的ならどんな素敵か笑いの案内に俺は生粋の大阪の漫才師。何が嘘で何が確か丸か×かありかなしかどれもこれも一か八か忘れへんでありがたみは何は裏に ってあげる切ってあげる乗り越えるだけこのごつい壁ほら耳の鼓膜をどついたれどついたれどついたれ
そこに理屈や理論は一切関係ないあちこちにばらまく言葉のまきびし希望も絶望も引き寄せた絵にして宿命ならば受け入れて楽しめ
Hello, hello, hello. It is Dotsuitare Hompo time. Let's go. Oh my god. It was such a good track. It was such a great track. Hello. So I'm not quite sure like how to like go about this. Like I definitely would like to play the track on stream, but like I don't know if that's technically allowed, but I think we're going to like go ahead and do it anyway. And we're gonna like start with the music first, because that's just the way I like to listen to these tracks. Music first, and then we go into the drama track. I guess we go straight into it. Silence. Let me know if the volume is like too quiet or something. I feel it with it on my own, but like I can't, really tell. She absolutely does speak. It's great. Like how's the volume? Is the music playing? Can you hear it? Do I need to turn it up some? Let me know. I wish I like had. Okay, good, great. I would like to like go lyric by lyric, but I'm actually not that great at translating lyrics. But I mean, Laughing Hope is basically Sasura's, culmination of the pains that he goes through with Rosho and what he's, grown from with that experience. And you do hear some of that growth in the drama track. It's a great drama track. I can't wait until these 9 minutes are up and we can actually hear it. We can talk about it. It's great. It's such a good track. It's such a good track. I'm so excited. There might also be ads because I'm actually playing this on YouTube Music and I don't pay for YouTube Music. And I found that has like Japanese account. It just doesn't work on the system I got, so you might have to sit through an ad or two as you go through these. I think he was a saxophone solo and saxophone solo. Is that not me? The trouble is that all three of these songs are like super short. every single one were super short. It's so tragic.
まだ道の途中でただ未来に夢中です結び直すシューレスエネミなら自分で自慢なら多くの上げて自分につけてきたバッテン後悔ならあるけど当然ジョックには見えてる飛行機の直線あの時どうやったらなどの時どうやったらなっていつまで言ってんねよインサイドヘッドこの世界を見ろよ長い道が見えるどうにかなっちゃそうな時ほど一歩一歩行くぞ
Really the heart of this whole entire team. Like, if he didn't figure out how to move forward first, where would Sasada and Ray be? For real.
大阪ナンバこれで何回目の乗り過ごし乗るはずやった何回戦ぼったちすんななんか戦闘第二班は恋だチャリ大飛行機怖くなり立ち止まりと今さら設定何何年どうやったって過去には戻れへんよどこいどこいもうええわとはなんねえわむしろもっともっともっとちょうだいよいつの間にかついてた関空でパーチャーのホール税関のスタンプより増えてく挑戦と挫折の数人生のパス
He sounds great. I'm like so excited to hear the song live.
後悔ならあるけど当然ジョックには見えてる飛行機の直線あの時どうやったらなどの時どうやったらなっていつまで言ってんねよインサイドヘッドこの世界を見ろよ長い道が見えるどうにかなっちゃそうな時ほど一歩一歩行くぞ
Like this part right here. He's come so far. I'm so proud of Rosho. I really am. I think there's an ad here. Yeah, there's an ad. Ads be gone. And like, I love Ray's song. I really do. It is funny, but I absolutely love the song, bro. It's so good.
The choice is yours. The choice is mine. The what is yours. The what is mine. 色の街を塗り替える10人トイレ貫け The choice is yours. The choice is mine. このマイクを通して描いていく探す答えみたいくし The what is yours. The what is mine. 色の街を塗り替える10人トイレ貫けわざわざ話す必要がない背負いすぎると傲慢で孤独になる空を見上げても神は助けちゃくれやしないだから俺がその役を演じ続けていた札で乾杯する酒風通しが悪いマイナスバイブスは余計全ては自分で選んだ力と金遠い昔の約束を俺は今ここで叶える夏を知らせてくれるセミやかましい支配では導けない極東の島国生きている理由
But I mean, what is Ray if he's not a DILF, you know? What does he have going for him if he's not a DILF?
The what is mine 色の街を塗り替える10人トイレ貫け The choice is yours The choice is mine このマイクを通して描いていく探す答えみたいくし The what is yours The what is mine 灰色の街を塗り替える十人十色貫ける流されず抗い思考を止めるな強気でいる分心が繊細でいられるのさあいつの弱さすらも抱えられるよ武力は憎しみしか生まないから言葉に思いを乗せ腹の底には答えが一つしかないまたタバコに火をつけ愛席の心に花咲かす今日砂漠の上愛想つかさず飛んでる今も一緒に生きてる支援がさえ登ってく The choice is yours The choice is mine このマイクを通して描いていく探す答えみたいくし The what is yours The what is mine 灰色の街を塗り替える十人十色貫け The choice is yours The choice is mine このマイクを通して描いていく探す答えみたいくし The what is yours The what is mine 灰色の街を塗り替える十人十色貫け
Like, it's so tragic. All three are like that short. And he's so valid for it, you know? Like, he lost the love of his life. All he has is his body. His body and his money. Alright, so we're at the drama track now. I don't really... do you want me to talk through it? Or, like, do you want me to, pause at, like, certain points of interest or something? I don't really know how to, talk about the drama track. This will be my first time talking about the drama track live. Because I kind of want to pause at certain points and just, you know, explain what happened, but I don't know if that, like, interrupt the flow of the drama track if I do that. I could always just, like, play it through and then, you know, start it over and talk through it. I can do that. Alright, let's do that. We'll pause after a conversation. And I can just summarize what happened after that conversation. Okay. And here is drama track the trio.
やっぱ笑い取った後の一粒は格別やな。来てへんな。例のやつ、全く連絡つかん。もうディビジョンラップバトルも近いっちゅうのに。せやけど、総理が行方不明っちゅう噂もあるし、ほんまに開催されんのか?
Alright, so that little bit was Sasada looking for some candy, you know, the way he looks for candy when he has his smoking addiction. That's what that was. And then he starts musing that he hasn't, like, actually heard from Ray in a long time and can't, you know, reach him in any sort of way. The third DRB's coming up and they haven't seen Ray in who knows how long. But he's also like wondering, the prime minister's still kind of like rumored to be missing. So are they going to throw the third DRB at all kind of thought process? Which is kind of interesting to think about. Like, apparently Otome is still missing after the events of the Fling Pose track, where, you know, she resolved that she wasn't going to regret what she did anymore, that whole conversation with Dice. So I guess the next time we'll be seeing Otome is in the Chuoku track in December. Right? Like, where did she go? How is she still missing?
ほいほい、ぬるたらの楽屋やで。
ちゃんささカレーおつ。
お疲れです。
いやー、今日もキレッキレやったな。
この
Sasada had a good day.
いつでも抜き身の刀やからな。で、プロデューサーが直々に何のようです？
この間のブロックパーティーの前座でやった漫才、最高やったで。彼、前に組んでたやつやんな。エッジが効いたツッコミ。最近やとあんましお目にかかれん凄腕や。
せやでロショウ辻森俺が認めた漫才師やロショウにもこの会話聞かせてやりたいわ
そこで相談なんやけど
I probably should let that play all the way through. But what that was that Sasa's producer for whatever show he was working on that day came in and started praising him for the block party. He absolutely loved his and Rosho's manzai skit, and Sasara just dropped his name for the producer, so he knows who exactly was his partner up there on the block party. Yeah, I definitely should have let that play all the way through. So he's asking for a favor right now and wants to get Sasara and Rosho to do a manzai on TV.
俺ら二人の漫才を評価してくれるのはむっちゃありがたいんやけどその話断らせてください
もしかして仲悪いんか
いや全然仲ええでできるんやったら何遍でもあいつと漫才やりたい思ってる
なら
けどそんな俺のわがままであいつの新しい夢の邪魔できひんのや
夢
子供たちの未来を応援するっちゅう夢ですそれに今のドツイタレ本舗は3人や2人やと名乗れんのですわ
Okay, so after Sasara receives the request to get Rosho and Sasara's manzai combination on TV, he actually refuses. He tells him that Rosho is actually chasing his own dream of leading other children to their own futures. So he's respecting Rosho's wishes. And on top of that, Ray is actually part of Dotsuitare Hompo. Dotsuitare Hompo is 3 people. It's not just him and Rosho anymore. And that's going to be very important. The producer initially asked if, they were on bad terms or whatever, but no, it's just that Rosho has his own dream outside of comedy now, and that Dotsuitare Hompo is 3 people. It wouldn't be fair to only have the 2 of them on stage when Dotsuitare Hompo is not just Sasara and Rosho, it's Sasara, Rosho, and Ray. And now we're at school.
みんな授業始めるから席につけ。ローション戦や。なんやみんなして。ブロックパーティーで
Right? Hell, family.
やった。お見てくれたんやな。
ロショ戦のツッコミむっちゃ鋭くてかっこよかったで。
ありがとうな。さあ授業始めるから。
So what that was, Rosho stepped into class, and all of his students are so excited because they saw his manzai skit with Sasara, and they thought he was really cool. Rosho's like, oh, well, thanks. And they want to hear him do his own little skit right here and now.
そらあるやろ。それ見たらちゃんと授業受けるから。いや、普通に授業は受け。わーったから静かにせえ。ほんならササラと組む前にピンでやってたネタを。ロショウ辻森家の日常。うちのおとん毎朝抜いたヒゲの匂いを嗅いでいる。うちのおとん毎朝抜いたヒゲの匂いを嗅いでいる。うちのおかん毎晩広告の紙で飛行機飛ばしてる。うちのおかん毎晩広告の紙で飛行機飛ばしてる。
And they do it so well too.
はい、通天閣。
Alright, so what Rosho just did was the old manzai skit that he did in the manga, the weird daily life of the Tsuchuji Mori family. That very bizarre skit with the space where he was like floating in space all over the place. It was funny in the manga, and here you can hear it. The kids are like in silence, absolute silence, listening to that thing. And Rosho, he's like, yeah, it's that kind of.
あんまし受けたことはないな
But look.
日常ってなんなん？
ヒゲの匂いを嗅いでるってどういうことやね
いやいや、最後の通天閣って意味わからんくておもろすぎるわ。
ほんまか最高におもろいで
さすがや。
時代がようやく俺の笑いに追いついたみたいやなこの最高の場面をササラとレイにも見せてやりたいわ
I could cry. I could cry. The students actually laughed at his joke, bro. They started laughing at his joke, and they understood none of it. They were like, what do you mean your dad is picking his beard and smelling it? What about that whole Tsutenkak thing? But it was like so funny to them. And Rosho is like so surprised by it. And not only that, he really wished at the end that he could have shown this sight to both Sasara and Rei. Like, this whole track is full of those little moments that are just like hits you. This is where they've come. This is where they've grown. I love this track so much. No, this is Micro. Such is the franchise, bro. It is the franchise. Like.
今日は嬉しかったな明かりがついとる
So Rosho just came home
何回来ればキスもんや
and has realized there's somebody at his home. Who can that be?
ささら来とるんやろ
おかえり
Of course.
ささはよ飲もうやほれ金貨金貨に冷やした缶ビールやで
あサンキューね
乾杯うま
ななちょ聞いてくれや
おなんやことでもあったんか
まあせやな実は今日生徒たちの前で
And
ピン
he's
の時にやって
telling
たネタを披露した
Sasara what just happened at school today.
もしやロショウつつじ森家の日常
せやではい通天閣もちゃんとつけてやったで
そんで
How'd it go?
それが大爆笑でな
Everybody laughed, bro.
みんな腹抱えて笑うてくれたんや
マジか
Really?
いや時代がようやっと俺の笑いに追いついたっちゅうことやな
確かに今の若い子たちはいろんなもん見とるし突飛で意味わからんネタの方が新鮮に見えるんかもな
And then that bit was Rosho thinking, I guess he's the times have like caught up with his sense of humor, and Sasha's like, well, actually he might not be wrong because kids these days are like so entertained by the weird, the strange, and incomprehensible. So maybe Rosho's jokes are like actually next gen jokes now. That is so funny to me. The Gen Alpha humor is literally Rosho's sense of humor. That is so funny.
あ意味わからんネタって言うたか
いやいや斬新でクールなネタ言うたんや
せやろ斬新やろ
He's so happy about this.
いつもよりビールがうまいわ
何にせよロショウの笑いが受け入れられたんはむっちゃ嬉しいことやな
I'm sorry, I just kind of thought about Rosho making skivity toilet humor. Oh my god. What if you pull up on Sasuna one day and said, that's so skivity? Oh, that'd be so funny. Right? Rosho is so proud. He deserves this. He deserves this. How many years did he go through thinking that he wasn't funny, even though he's the funniest character in this whole entire franchise? I'm so happy for him.
なあササラ。お？レイから連絡あったか？
Have you heard from Ray?
いや全くないな。
Nope.
ディビジョンラップバトルがそろそろ始まるっちゅうのに連絡使えへんってどないなっとんねん。
せやな。
俺らレイのこと意外と何も知らんのとちゃう？
そうか？
お前あいつのプライベートについてなんか一つでも知っとるか？
酒が好きでだらしないっちゅうとこやな。
それはただのあいつのイメージや。仲間として友人として知らなあかんことがもっとあるやろ。まだ
So what that was, again, Rosho is asking Sasa if he has heard from Ray lately, and he hasn't, and he's concerned because the third division rap battle is upcoming, but they haven't been able to contact him, and that kind of just like hits them. They really don't know much about his private life to, you know, be able to contact him outside of, you know, the division rap battle stuff.
遅くないはずや。レイと会って腹割って話せば。
いや例には例の事情や考えがあるんやろ。言わへんってことは言いたないっちゅうことや。
And that was Rosho expressing that he would like to be able to have a heart-to-heart with Ray, and Sasa saying they should let him be. If Ray wants to tell them what's going on, then he'll tell them. If he doesn't, then they should just basically ignore him, ignore that.
それを土足で踏み入るようなことはせん方がええ。
ドアホが
ロショー？
そんなこと言うとったら何もわからんままやないか。俺らが過ごした時間や築き上げてきた絆は相当強いはずや。こっちから遠慮なく踏み込んだってええ。
俺にはそんなことできへん。
お前はあん時から何も変わっとらん。また人の顔色ばっか伺って諦めるんかい。俺は絶対に諦めへん。
俺は相手のことを尊重したいんや。
それはちゃう。お前は自分が傷つきたくないだけや。ちゃんと人と仲間と向き合わなあかんやろ。もうええ。俺だけでも霊を探す。
探す言うてもどこ探すんや。
Maybe a little bit, but he is upset for a very good reason. This is Rosho calling Sasura out for turning away. Back at a little bit of spoilers. It comes back around later, but Rosho is very upset that Sasura can very well see that something is wrong, and is choosing to turn his head away. Very similar to the way Sasura could tell that Rosho was struggling back in their Manzai duo days and chose not to say anything. So once, you know, the tension broke and they broke up, it haunted the both of them very clearly. And it's coming back around here. Exactly. It's come back around, and here's Sasura once again turning away, and Rosho sees this and is very upset with him. So Rosho has resolved to go look for Ray by himself, since Sasura is not going to step up.
レイが言ってた飲み屋をしらみつぶしに探せば些細な情報でも手に入るやろ。少なくとも何もせえへんよりはええ。
Like he's just really upset that this is all that their bond amounts to in Sasada's eyes.
明日
The next day.
もう7軒も回っとんのに何の手がかりもない。そういえばレイは天満の飲み屋街にも行っとったな。明日は必ず何か掴んだる。笹田さん、お疲れ様です。スケジュールの相談してもええですか？
ああ、ええで。
なんかあったんですか？収録中もずっと上の空やったっちゅうか。
まあちょいと疲れが溜まっとんのかもしれんな。
ここのところ働き詰めでしたからね。それでしたらスケジュールはメールでお送りしますんで、今日はゆっくり休んでください。
ああ、おおきに。
That was all part of the whole thing. Rosho going to try and find Ray the next day, and here is the next day. The next day is starting. Sasa is kind of looking a little down, and his manager can tell, but he's got emails, check at his own leisure, take it easy, that kind of whole thing. And Sasa is about to start musing about his conversation with Rosho.
お前はあん時から何も変わっとらん。
あん時か。
Talking about their past here that I just talked about myself.
ササラ、
どうした？
解散させてくれ。
解散やってなんでや。
すまん。
ああ、わかった。
We just heard the Rosho Sasuna breakup scene in drama track. That is so... They actually did it. We actually got to hear it for ourselves. Yup, we heard it for ourselves. That is so devastating. Like, this is the track for Dotsuitare Hompo fans. It is the track, bro.
解散するとき俺は何にもせんかった。異変には気づいとったのに、ほんまやったら引き止める言葉をかけたり、あいつが抱えとった問題を一緒になって解決したりするべきやった。
お前は自分が傷つきたくないだけや。
俺は尊重って言葉を盾に踏み込むことを避けてたんや。そうすれば友達っちゅうポジションは守れたから、俺は恐れたんや。
I can't stop making us cry.
あれ以上嫌われることを。
ちゃんと人と仲間と向き合わなあかんやろ。
ああ、その通りやなロショ。いつまでもこんなんじゃあかん。仲間の心の中に土足で入り込む勇気を持たんとな。
So that was a lot. I probably should have paused through. But like, what that boiled down to is that Rosha was calling out that Sasura was too afraid to be hurt by looking at his friends hurt. That makes him ignore it. And Sasura is musing on that you know, that is apparently all that his friendship is worth, that he wants to, you know, be able to protect his friends. And what does he have to show for that kind of mentality, kind of thought process? I definitely needed to have paused through that more so that way he can get the ins and outs of that conversation. Because that was retrospective Sasura for once in his life. Look at him. Criticizing his own self. Who would thunk it? Who would thunk it?
ウーロン茶お待たせ。
忙しいとこ申し訳ないんですが、
あ、なんだい。
雨宿レイって最近来てますか？
ああ、レイちゃんね。
So Roshio stopped by a bar he knows that Ray frequents and is looking for him. The bar owner has not seen him.
今日もダメか。
なあなあ、
はい。
あんたレイちゃんのチームメンバーやろ。
まあ。
急にすまんな。レイちゃんの名前が聞こえたもんでな。
And that was a patron in the bar who overheard Roshio asking about Ray and came over because he's like, oh, you're looking for Ray? Because it's a name he hadn't heard from in a long time.
なんや、またどこぞの離島でバカンスっちゅうことかい。
え、離島？
あれ、聞いとらん。
その話詳しく聞かせてもろてええですか？
まあ俺も詳しくは知らんのやけど、最後に飲んだ時にしばらく離島でゆっくりする言うててな。
それはどうですか？
場所までは言うてなかったわ。
そうですか。貴重な情報ありがとうございます。
まあレイちゃんに会うたらまた飲もう言うといて。
粘ってみるもんや。
And that was a lead, actually. Apparently, the last time that bar friend of Ray's had heard from him, Ray had mentioned that he was about to take a vacation off of a private island. And Roshio was like, did he say where this island was? And he didn't. So back to a dead end, basically. But they do have a clue now that Ray has taken a sabbatical off to a private island. And then the bar patron, his little friend, says that if you do find him, tell him that he would like to have a drink with them sometime again. And it's just a really small little moment. But if you like read the manga, you could like see Ray having a fun time with his bar friends. It's like, you have people who support who like you, Ray. Why are you off on your own all the time, bro? Like, oh my god, this track. Oh my god, this track.
離島なんぞに何の用があるか知らんが、ここから先は一人で調べるんは厳しいな。ササラ？もしもし。
ぬるさらやで。
なんやねん、こっちは忙しいんや。
ロショ、お前の言う通りやった。
Roshio is correct.
言葉を時に軽い。
He was afraid to be hurt,
言葉だけやなくて、
but he doesn't want to be hurt anymore.
今までの俺とはちゃうって証明してる。
どうやって？
俺もレイを探す。
And he's going to search for Ray with them.
お前、なんで俺がここにおるってわかったんや。
ロシオのスマホに位置共有アプリを入れとったからな。
And because Sasa is the biggest creep in this entire franchise, he just casually admits that he installed a tracking app on Roshio's phone without him knowing. And we really, I swear to God, we need to get Roshio out of here. Help him. Somebody save this man from Nudity Sasara, please. I'm saying?
全然細かくないんやけど。まあええか。
んで、なんか情報ゲットしたんか？
ああ、あい
For real.
つどこぞの離島に行ってるみたいや。
離島？なんでそんなとこに行ったんやろな。
バカンスって話やけど、多分ちゃうやろ。ほんまにバカンスやったら、こんなに連絡つかんことないしな。
And yet the man still managed to get Roshio back. Like, have some standards, Roshio, please. Roshio just relayed that he heard that Ray is on a private island to Sasara. And Sasara is about to look into this.
頼んだで、ササラ。
ああ、任された。
Leave it to him.
するで。
ささらどうやった？
Shortly
よ
after,
っこらんどせるっと。情報ゲッチュしてきたで。
and he found
さすが
something.
やな。
ロショウのヒントがなかったら無理やったわ。結論から言うと、例の居場所っちゅうか、いそうな場所が分かった。
どこや？
軍艦島ってとこや。
根拠は何や？
これはマスコミ関係のお偉いさんから聞いた極秘情報なんやけど、最近中央区の特殊部隊がその島に攻め入ったらしいんや。日にちも霊がおらんくなった期間と被るし、なんかあると思う。
調べてみる価値はありそうやな。
せやろ。
ああ、じゃあ明日早速行ってみるか。
合点承知の助左衛門三郎や。
And what the lead had turned to was that Sasa found an island that had recently been attacked by Chuoku. So, and the time period that it was attacked at was around the same time, was around the last time that they saw Ray. So, Sasada put two and two together and probably and surmised that this island is probably where Ray is. He has a lot going for him. Brains is one of them, unfortunately.
Fune kara oriru no ni yotto.
黙って降りられへんのか。
それじゃあ3時間後にまた迎えに来るからな。
了解。おおきに。
The ship that they took to the island
じゃあ行く
will leave
で
in。about 3 hours, so they got 3 hours to find Ray.
話には聞いとったけど、思った以上に廃墟やな。
昔は海底炭鉱で栄えてたらしいんやけど、石炭から石油へ主要エネルギーが移行したことで衰退したみたいやな。
確かに昔ぎょうさん人が住んでた痕跡があるな。つうか、ほんまにこんななんもないとこに例のやつおるんか？
くまなく探すしかないやろ。
ああ、そうやなって。お？
どないした？
あ、この本、崩れ方が他とちゃうな。
ああ、じゃあ見に行こうか。ほんまや。ここだけ攻撃されたような跡があるな。
中央区が攻め入ったっちゅうんはほんまみたいやな。
なんやこれ。不自然な穴が開いとる。
ちょい入ってみようか。
ああ。
扉？何の入り口や？
きな臭い感じやな。
Before we get into the next part, all of that was basically them arriving at this island, and it's totally desolate, kind of abandoned, and kind of creepy. But looking around, you can tell that something like really active had happened. The place looks kind of wrecked, and I think they said that they could tell it was Chuoku. I might need to go back and listen to that again, but they can tell that something big happened here, basically. And they've came across this door that looks like it can't be opened, and it's a biometric door. One of those, you need the DNA to open it up.
中入ろうか。
せやな。
You're trying to get inside, but
中もだいぶ壊されとる。
they can't.
ずいぶん派手な戦闘やったんやろ。
なんなんやここは。
見当もつかん。
いかつい扉やな。
あかん、全然開けへん。
ロショ、あれやないか。
ああ、生体認証があるな。
あれをパスせな入られへん。
しゃあない。他に入れそうな場所を探ってみようか。
他言うてもな。
Oh, that was that biometric door.
よーし。
But look, it's Ray! It's Ray!
なんでお前らがここに
We're 18 minutes into this track, and here's Ray.
来たんや。
へえ、すっげえな。どうやって突き止めたか聞きてえとこだが、とりあえず中に入ろうぜ。
There he is. He was very impressed that they managed to find him, and is letting them into the room
ま
to
あ
just
適当に
hear
座っ
them
てく
out.
れや。こんな偏僻なとこまでよく来てくれたな。歓迎するぜ。
ここはなんなんや。
趣味の部屋ってとこだ。
趣味って、それにしては高そうな機材がぎょうさんあんな。
男の趣味には金がかかんだよ。
そんなことよりレイ、全然連絡使えへんかったけど、何しとったんや。
That little bit right there, he just let them in, and Sasha asked, what the hell is this place? And Ray cheekily says that this is just a hobby room. Sasha's like, there's a lot of expensive equipment for just being a hobby room. Ray tells him, well, a man's hobbies are kind of expensive sometimes. Ray does not want to be taken seriously.
ああ、ちょいといろいろ野暮用があってな。
その野暮用っちゅうんは一体なんなん。
ま、お前らに話すほどのことでもねえよ。
心配しとったんやぞ。
そいつは悪いことをしたな。ま、どうでもいいじゃねえか。3人久しぶりに集まったんだ。酒でも飲もうぜ。
どうでもいいってなんや。困ってたら事情くらい話せや。そしたら俺が何とかしたる。
んだよ。何熱くなってんだ。別においちゃんのプライベートなんてお前らには関係ねえんだからよ。連絡できなかったたびにとっておきの酒飲ま
He's
せ
so
て。
unserious.
どうやら仲間と思ってたんは俺らだけやったみたいやな。
だからそう怒んなっての。はい、この通り。ほら、笑おうぜ。
悪いんやけど、今は笑える気分やない。
お前にどんな事情があっても受け入れるつもりやった。せやけどお前はそもそも事情を明かすつもりすらなかったんやな。ほんなら俺らは帰らせてもらうわ。
So all of that was Rosho and Sasada trying to talk to Ray, and Ray shutting them down at every turn. They thought that he was in some sort of trouble, and he says, there's nothing wrong, really. He tries to offer them a drink like the old times, like they always do. And it's so sad to just listen to Ray shut them down like this, trying to laugh it all away. Just like the way Sasada tries to, laugh everybody's problems away. Here is Ray doing that when we had, watched Ray talk Sasada out of doing that exact thing in their drama track for the second DRB. I honestly think it's called like the 3 or something. But he doesn't want to let them in. He's saying that this is his own personal business. And then Rosho tells him, I was ready to accept whatever you were going through, whatever you had to say, but it turns out that you didn't want to share that with us anyway. And Ray again tries to laugh it off, like, why aren't we doing the usual thing? Let's just laugh together. And Rosho says, sometimes you just don't want to laugh. And what did Sasura say? Sasura also wants to be let in, though. Basically the same thing. Yeah, big oof. Big oof. So they've taken their leave because Ray won't let them in. That's what Sasura said.
せやな俺らこのまま終わりなんかなわからん
And they just left the island. That was that, and Sasura is a little scared that is this really how it's going to end? And Rosha goes, I don't know.
どうやらまた
And here's the part y'all have been waiting
選択を間
for.
違えちまったみてえだ
He's worried that he just made the wrong choice.
ナイタ
Nayuta. I'll let the whole conversation play out.
はいコーヒー
ありがとうナイタ
昨日の実験うまくいってよかったわ
ああようやく人の脳波に干渉することができたからな
このまま順調にいけば夢が叶うわけね
武力よりも言葉が力を持つ世界あのマイクが完成したらすぐに
いえ今のこの世界じゃそれはまだ難しい
そんなことはねあのマイクはどんな武力をも凌駕できる一度今の政権をぶっ潰してそこから新たな秩序を作ればいい
結果を急ぐあなたらしい考えねそれじゃあ銃や剣からマイクに変わるだけ私が望むのは誰も傷つかない言葉だけで解決する世界
人間っていうのは争うように
Like
できて
audibly in love with her, bro.
このマイクもいずれ争いの道具にされるだろうだったら俺らが秩序になれば全て解決だ
でもその過程で不幸な人がたくさん出るわ
犠牲は伴うがこれが最後の犠牲となる恒久的な平和のためだ
まるで神様気取りね
神様なんざこの世に存在しねえだったら俺がその役を演じてやるよ
そんな悪役をこなせると本気で思ってるわけ
ああもちろんだ
その何でも一人で背負ってみせるって傲慢さがいつかあなたを一人ぼっちにさせるんじゃないかって私は心配だわ
一人にはならねえさお前がずっとそばにいるんだからな
自信かな
Sorry.
私が愛想つかすとは思わない
そうならねえように努力は怠らねえさ
Oh my god.
ほら時間がもったいないし早く実験の続きを始めましょう
Okay. Please drop the design. Absolutely. Like I better wake up tomorrow and the Hypnosis Microphone website has updated with Nayuta's design. Please, and thank you. And Ray is such a wife guy. Let me tell you how much Ray is a right wife guy. Like the flashback that just played started with Nayuta and Ray musing that they had just completed the hypnosis mic, and soon Nayuta says that that means their dream can come true, and Ray is he's like, a world where words are more powerful than force can happen once this mic is complete. Nayuta, though, says that she thinks it'd be hard thing to accomplish, even with the mics. And Ray thinks that since the mics are stronger than any military force, they can just like overthrow the current government, which is the previous government, not Chuoku, and create a new order. Nayuta just tells them that she wanted a world where nobody gets hurt and where words are the solution. The way the world is right now, according to Ray, is that humans are, the ones who are being made to fight. So the mics will eventually be weaponized, which we did see. He's not wrong. But it's with that power that they can use their plan to enact a world where words can be the solution. And by having the mics be weaponized eventually, a lot of people will be hurt by that. Ray says that it's a necessary sacrifice to be had if they want lasting peace. And Nayuta says that it sounds like he's acting like a god here. And Ray says that there are no gods, so he will be the god of this world. At the end of the day, Nayuta is just worried that Ray is going to be alone and thinking he can take all of that on his shoulders. Like it's his arrogance that makes him think he can take this all on his own. And Ray says that he's not alone because Nayuta is there with him. Oh my god. And Nayuta's like, he's so confident. How is he so sure that she won't fall in love? She won't fall out of love with him. And Ray's like, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that you don't fall out of love with me. Bro. Ray loves his wife, bro. They were going to be together forever. Ray didn't see a world where they were not going to be together. That's so heartbreaking. That flashback ended with Nayuta saying they needed to run some more tests, like a little cheeky thing. It's so Ray loved his wife. I hope that Nayuta is alive. Please, KR, do not kill this woman. Ray needs her. Ray needs her. Bro. Where did I leave off on this thing? And Ray is thinking that she was right all this time, that he might have just taken on too much on his own. And then we have y'all need to know, we are now at the drama track preview that they dropped a week ago. And there is only 6 minutes left in this track. They dropped the part from the last 5 minutes of the track. That is so crazy of KR. That is so crazy of him. And this, whole conversation was, Rosha didn't feel like smiling. And Sasa couldn't blame him. What did he want to talk about? And then it's a whole setup by Ray. This whole scene.
この場所に覚えはねえか？
この場所って。
俺ら3人が初めて会うた場所やな。
そうだ。ついでにその時俺ら3人が初めてこいつでバトったな。
Like, Ray calling Dotsuitare Hompo to the very place that they came together
勝負はしね
so they can actually have a heart-to-heart.
え。お前らと語り合いてんだ。
Ray is literally the most sentimental man in this whole entire franchise.
頼む。
ねえ、頭上げてくれや。
そんなら表でよか。
Alright, so they'll have their heart-to-heart. They leave the restaurant.
さあ、いきなりで悪いが早速行くぜ。
ああ、
Let's get it started. So I can't really give you lyrics to this. I need to like slow it down so I can hear it. We hear the callbacks, hear the jazz.
それじゃあ一応語り合おうか。俺が間違っていた。いい年越えて素直になれないせいさ。何でも一人で背負っちまうせいか。勝手に線を引いていた。今日は腹を割って語らいてえな。
俺も知ってる一人で背負うその孤独。俺は知ってる荷をほどくと見えるその先の景色。シェアしようやそのひとときを。俺たちは仲間でトリオやろ。
笑えへん事情の2つ3つとか秘密。みんなあるやろが全員悪が
Like you would never expect the DH to do this kind of a song.
固くつなぎ直すぜ。本物のエミシュ。
問題も3人よれば解けるぜエブリシン。
But I think you just said whatever problems they go through, they can handle it together. Restart. And then the way they do the oh from Ishi, and that's when Ray goes, here's their fate. Bro, it's such a good song. It's such a good song. Who does music like it knows his
こんなに腹
microphone?
の底を明かしたのは初めてかもしれねえ。悪くね。いやー、いい気分だ。
ええやんええやん。
Like
やっぱし笑ってた方がええ。ラサ、
なんや。
さっき
it felt good to be able to exchange words like that.
そういう時は無理に笑わんでええって言うてたやん。
言うたな。
俺はそれに脳を突きつけるで。笑えへん時でもやっぱし俺が笑顔にしたいって思うんや。
お前らしい答えやな。
ささら、ロショ。お前らに聞いてほしいことがある。
That was very important for Sasara. That was throughout the whole track. You're hearing, you know, they don't feel like smiling when, so they don't. But I think that was Sasara going that he would like to. So yes, there are times when even he doesn't want to smile, but he would like to fight that back by smiling anyway. So Dotsuitare and Hompo are still the division of smiling, bringing smiles when things are, you know, kind of shitty. That's their life's mission. And Ray just finished off saying that he would like to talk to them, like actually talk to them. It's not going to be a pretty story. It's not going to be a story that you can laugh about, but he wants to talk to him, tell it, and they're gonna listen to him.
レイが一郎君たちの父親。
Ray is Ichiro's father.
まさかヒプノシスマイクの開発者で中央区の発足に関与してディビジョンラップバトル開催にも思惑があったなんてな。
そんな。
And then he created the hypnosis mics for Chuoku. Chuoku is using the hypnosis mics for the division rap battle. I think is what he just said. But you know, the whole secrets that came out from the block party is basically what he just said there. So Ray let them know. He finally told them everything.
で抱えきれるわけないやろ。
俺が思う理想の世界を作ることを諦めねえ。
He doesn't want to give up on the ideal
お
world
前
that
ら
he
家族も
wants.
納得できるやり方で挑戦し続ける。
But he thinks that they can bring it, that all three of them, they can bring it together.
今は俺らがおる。一人でしょいこまんと頼ってくれ。
そうだな。
He doesn't have to stay alone anymore.
第一歩目は次のディビジョンラップバトルで優勝つうことだな。
つか、こんなごたついとってほんまに開催されんのか？
大丈夫だ。開催されるぜ。行方不明だった総理も戻ってきたみてえだからよ。
お前が言うんやったら間違いなさそうやな。
おっしゃ、ほら、世界を変える第一歩目はディビジョンラップバトルの制覇やな。俺らのラップで会場を、いや、世界中を大爆笑させるんや。
And they're taking their vision to the world, basically. And that's the track. Ain't that something? Oh my god. KR knows how to make a drama, bro. Like that was some masterful writing. Bringing it all together like that. I think the Hip Stage translator should have like the translation for the whole track up sometime tomorrow. So my impromptu little translation will be skip. Let's not listen to that song. Let's see, do I have... I don't... Oh, we'll just go here. So it should be up soon-ish. Already trying to get some music up on here. You know what? You'll just stick it out over here. And so like that was a lot, and I think there's like plenty to talk about with those that drama track release. So some points of interest that I was personally thinking about. I of course have like 18,000 Kuko things I would like to talk about as the resident Kuko enthusiast. What am I doing? I turn that off, and then we're going to go over here. It's Kuko time in a second. Because I think there are like actual points of interest for the upcoming Bat drama track that I think were like slightly implied. If you know, I'm correct. I could very well be wrong about where I think we're going with these tracks, but you know, I'm hoping I'm not going to be too wrong. So like the main thing that I just really liked for parallel's sake is that I really want to work this. All the drama tracks resolve a conflict of some sort, and the way they do sometimes parallels a different division. Like Buster Bros track had them resolving different parties' conflicts with their words. The Mad Sugar Cruise drama track had them doing the exact same thing. Then we had the Fling Pose drama track, where they revealed their true selves, I guess, to each other. And kinda, sorta, the Tenro track did a similar thing. I don't think it's like completely eye to eye. And I kinda think that the Dotsuitare Hompo track might have been a lot more similar to the Matenro conflict resolution than Cookie, than Fling Pose's, but we'll see. We'll see. But like at the end of the day, the point that Dotsuitare Hompo does is that they bond. They like they're using their words to bond together, and like that should be the parallel for Badass Temple, personally. Like, we're always talking about on my blog that neither Jushi nor Kuko really know, neither Jushi nor Hitoya knows what Kuko does. Like, there's a whole question that Jushi answered, and I think the Hypnosis Radio, the first one, where Jushi's able to list, you know, his own hobbies and what Hitoya does on his own. And when he gets to Kuko, he's like, I actually don't know what Kuko does in his free time. And that was literally a conversation Rosho and Sasura had about Rei in this track. So I feel like that there's a potential parallel right there that, you know, Jushi and Hitoya might come to a realization that maybe they don't know Kuko as well as they think they do. Maybe. I also just like think it's really, really, really interesting how we do see the mics being used the way Rei has always wanted them to be used, you know? Because these past 4 tracks, I'm not going to include Buster Bros, actually. But you see them using their mics to resolve conflict. They're using their mics to get to talk to each other. They're using their mics to bond with each other. Like, that's all Rei has wanted with these mics. So then you have the Buster Bros track where they pointedly do not use their mics. It's like, and that was another point of interest I thought was really neat. The way Nayuta says that she doesn't want to hurt anybody. She just wants a world where words are, you know, how you solve conflict. And that's literally what Ichiro said in the Buster Bros track. They're like seeding it out, connected it all together. It's really dope. And it kind of made me like wonder which Buster Bro takes after which parent. And the way Nayuta kind of just like talks kind of makes me think that Saburo gets his personality from Nayuta. And Ichiro definitely gets his ideals from her. I think Jiro, the bullheadedness, I guess. It's a shared trait, I think, that both of them, both Jiro and Ichiro have, just the bullheadedness to like. Would you say all the Buster Bros are actually kind of do it on their own kind of family? I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I need to think about it a little bit more. But I do feel like the stubbornness that is found in both Ichiro and definitely in Jiro is something they inherited from their father. And then, you know, me with my Ichiro Kuko Naughty Busters agenda. I think it's just like a really big parallel that Rei always thought Nayuta was going to be by his side, and the way Nayuta, you know, supported what Rei wanted to do, while also criticizing him here and there. Exactly like Kuko did with Ichiro. Like, I'm not trying to say that, you know, Kuko is wifing, Ichiro is wifing up Kuko, but it kind of just feels like it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And you know what else I thought was a really neat parallel? Was the way it was revealed Rei has a god complex. And you know who else thinks he has a god complex? Well, maybe not so much. But, you know, we always brought up how Sensei Jakurai, you know, believes he can do it all. You know, they kind of veered away from that in the Matera track, that Jakurai thinks he can save everybody. Like, it's still there, but they definitely kind of just veered away from it. And like, I thought it was a really, really neat parallel that Jakurai wanted to go into this war to save people, and Hitoya basically said that you're not God. How do you think he can, you know, save people, save all those people? Like, I thought it was a really interesting parallel between both Rei and Jakurai, and that Hitoya of all people was the one who is the Nayuta parallel in that conversation. So basically, Rei and Nayuta is both Ichiku and Hitojaku. That is a scary thought, actually. I didn't even consider that. I honestly did not consider that. Like, there's the part of me that wants to be very cynical, where, you know, this is a boy franchise. They can't just, like, kill off one of their boys, you know? But, like, in that event, what would they be foreshadowing? Like Ichiro did lose Kuko, basically, you know, to the truth hypnosis mic. Like, Kuko came back, thank God. So maybe it's foreshadowing that Nayuta will come back. Maybe it's less about Kuko foreshadowing and more like Nayuta foreshadowing. We can hope, right? Do they have something worse planned? Like, I'm banking on it that it's more of a I agree. These tracks have been relatively tame, like, compared to the second BRB tracks. Where, you know, we don't end in just a bunch of pain. Like, there's still, like, a bright horizon by the end of the tracks, thank God. I am a little nervous, I guess, that they could, you know, make that the wild cards that they always are. And veer off the script with them. But I'm going to assume that Rei and Kuko are the parallels here. That we will be focusing on Kuko, that Jushi and Hitoya are going to be trying to reach Kuko in some way. And Kuko is shutting him down, basically. Right? Like, Hayama-san put it out there that this is, you know, Kuko growing into himself, so like, surely that means that this is like Kuko lore, right? I'm just like kind of scared why we're going to be getting Kuko lore, you know? Like, what are we going to be, what are they going to be putting Badass Temple through if, Kuko is dropping any lore, you know? I also like, remember how in the Dawn of the Visions manga, Sasura did Rosho's joke? And Kuko started laughing because he didn't understand the joke, but he thought it was funny anyway. Basically foreshadowing that there are teenagers out there who would enjoy Rosho's Gen Alpha sense of humor. So in a way, Kuko also has a Gen Alpha sense of humor, and would probably think that Skibidi Toilet is absolutely hilarious, and that kind of haunts me. That is so funny. Isn't it? And like, you can even maybe say that New World, for all it is, you know, a more of a bop than a vibe. Kind of just put it out there that DH can do more slower songs, I think. Like that, I really do hope that they, for the fan meeting lives, that they do the drama track songs as well. Not just the solos, but also the drama track song. Because those are like full-on songs, you know? Dotsuitare Hompo is the jazz division. Like, I know Badass Temple put out funky sounds, but honestly, Dotsuitare Hompo kind of got the funk more. It really does make me excited for whatever Badass Temple is going to have. Music-wise, like, we might be getting that tomorrow, you know, Hitoya's preview. Because, like, I was looking at the dates the other day, and, like, I think they dropped Ray's preview a few days off from a month from the drama track. So, like, tomorrow we might actually get Hitoya's drama track, not drama track, preview. That's so exciting. That's so exciting. We finished the Dotsuitare Hompo hype train after tomorrow, and then we will be rolling into Badass Temple hype. And oh, I kind of want to like cry. Like, we're almost there. We're a month away. Can you believe it? Whatever. That's how I'm feeling. Like, we've gotten by with Badass Temple for like 4 years without having, you know, any heavy drama. Like, there was harmonious cooperation, where Jushi and Hitoya's past came back to haunt them. And you know, that's also a point that I didn't talk about. The way everything kind of just like circled back around for Dotsuitare Hompo. Like when they came to that haunted island and were checking out their haunted house and eventually came in contact with Rei. That is bar for bar their get-together story. I don't remember what the drama track is called, but that manga track that they dropped with Nani Paradise Sake. They were talking about, you know, how they came to name their duo Dotsuitare Hompo, and it was, you know, after a spooky, scary, abandoned house courage dare that Sasura and Rosho went through, and eventually came in contact with Rei. That was pretty much exactly what happened in the trio track. So if you think about that, we have the Badass Tempo track, where Jushi is trying to help his friend solve a haunted apartment case. He brings Hitoya to talk about it for whatever reason, and then they actually realize the place is haunted. And then they go talk to Kuko. Kuko comes and sees that the ghost is, you know, there's a ghost, there's like an actual ghost, and needs to resolve that. The ghost is sad. Kuko wants to talk to the ghost, but the ghost is too riled up. So Kuko needs to use his microphone to talk her down. And they eventually help the ghost pass on. So what can we do about what? There might be something in there that implies future developments in the upcoming Badass Temple track. Like, do we go the angle? There is something that's haunting? Like a haunting woman, kind of. Like, I know I said on one of my tracks, in one of my posts, that there might be a case that Hitoya needs to take, that he would be honestly a terrible person if he did not take. In regards to Kuko, and that's kind of in an odd way. What that Badass Temple track was, that Kuko, you know, listening to this ghost, they realized that this apartment was built on illegal land, that they should not have built the apartment on a land because it was on a burial site, and Hitoya was going to look into it. That's kind of what I just said. That there is a case that Hitoya might need to solve in regards to Kuko. Like, there's just a lot of things that could, you know, circle back to Kuko and Kuko's past. I just don't know what they could circle back to. There's so much. There is so much. They fed us so many crumbs. I don't know what to like focus on, you know? I guess, you know, once we get the Hitoya preview, we might know, because you listen to the drama track, you listen to Dotsuitare Hompo's solos, and a lot of the developments in those solos did play out in the drama track. So like, we might be getting our first hint sooner than we think. Which is terrifying. I'm excited, but I'm terrified. Exactly. What else? And so, like, I know I was talking all about parallels between the the standard division pairs. And I was kind of like wondering if maybe there was like a world where Buster Rose, Mad Sugar Crew, and Badass Temple might be paralleling with the conflict resolution, and Dotsuitare Hompo, Matenro, and Fling Pose might be paralleling with theirs. It's a thought I haven't quite, finished. But like, with Dotsuitare Hompo, Matenro, and Fling Pose, all three of those divisions resolved their interpersonal relationships with the power of the mics. Whereas Mad Sugar Crew and Buster Rose resolved other people's conflicts with theirs. So like that's 3 to Buster Rose and Mad Sugar Crew's 2. So maybe there might be a world where Buster Rose, Badass Temple is resolving a conflict, I guess, with their mics, and I think that would be like a really good way to show, I guess, maybe Jushi's part in the overall story. Like, I really do hope that Jushi is supposed to be like a beacon of hope with his music, and I think they could like show the culmination of his growth in that direction as well, by using the Badass Temple song to show how far Jushi's come or something like that. I have to think about that parallel between Badass Temple and their drama tracks a little bit more, because I think there's actually something there. That may or may not be tomorrow's post. I'll think about that some more. But I do think I have kind of run out of things to say. So tomorrow I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. I might play a video game, I might not. But other than that, I think I might wrap it here, actually. Give myself time to digest that, because I haven't quite digested. Like, all that was, initial thoughts from the first 2 listen throughs. But I do have more to digest, so I might get on that. Let that be my last hoorah for the day kind of thought. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll probably be playing a video game on Twitch. It should be a quiet day. But if they drop the Hitoya preview, we'll make sure to make some room to talk about that. But until tomorrow, see ya. Bye.